I can't tell if it is on.
Okay. We're going to have to edit.
Hey, Boozhoo, welcome to Wejibwemojig, Nenabooozhoo story time with me, Nenaboozhoo, and
Miss Kingbird.
yay! We are going to tell you a story called Nenaboozhoo Stills Fire. But you got to remember, only tell this story when there's snow on the ground. Otherwise, you might have frogs and reptiles come sleeping in your bedroom with you.
Yes.
And we don't want that to happen because they are ticklish. Yes. Alrighty. You're going to need some materials, right? What are they going to need?
Yes. You're going to need crayons and pencils to draw your stories with after the video.
So who is Nenaboozhoo? Sharon, do you know who Nenaboozhoo is?
Well, Nenaboozhoo, it was told to me that Nenaboozhoo is kind of like a little trickster at times.
Yeah.
Yes, and he can also change his shape. He can change to look like other animals or trees or rocks or maybe even another human being.
No way.
Yes,
wow.
I know.
Nenaboozhoo is cool.
He is awesome.
Okay, in our story, we're going to have some words in it. And when we do the words, we want you to do some actions. First word is...
O komisan. O komisan. And O komisan means his grandmother. And we're going to do the action like this with her long, long hair. Just like mine. Remember? So
mine too.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
The new too. O komisan.
O komisan. And then there's going to be a word for fire. And whenever we say, we're going to say the Ojibwe word, ishkode. Say ishkode. I knew you could. Whenever you hear the word ishkode, put your hands up like they're fire, they're flames. Ishkode. What else?
And we have another word for you. Wejibwemojig. Wejibwemojig. That is a bunny. So we're going to put on our bunny ears. Every time you hear us say the word Wejibwemojig, you put on your bunny ears too.
All right, and one more word, wigwam. Wigwam. That means a wigwam, but we say wigwam. And you can make a wigwam here. This is the entrance. This is the building, the wigwam. Everyone do this. Wigwam.
Wigwam.
Wigwam, that's right.
Wigwam.
All right, let's go through the word list again. Remember, practice.
Right.
Here we go.
Here we go. Your first word is O komisan. O komisan.
And we have ishkode. Ishkode. And
Wejibwemojig. Wejibwemojig.
And wigwam. Wigwam. One more time. Everybody practice together.
O komisan. O komisan.
Ishkode. Ishkode.
Wejibwemojig.
Wejibwemojig. Wigwam.
Wigwam.
All right, let's tell the story now.
Awesome.
This is the story of
Here we go.
Nenaboozhoo Steals Fire. Go ahead, start her out.
Okay. Nenaboozhoo's O komisan raised him in a wigwam far out in the woods. He was curious about a lot of things. One was Ishkode. He had seen it in lightning and the sun. So one day he said to her, "Do you know where there are other people?" "Yes," she said. "There are other people way across the sea." "Do they have Ishkode?" he asked. "Yes," Okomi's son said to him. "They have Ishkode." "I'd like to go get it," he said to Okomi's son. Okomi's son replied, "You may not be able to do that." Would you like to go next?
Yes, they are always watching over it. An old man lives there. Every day he is working on his nets. He never goes anywhere. He is always in his wigwam. He has 2 daughters who are always just outside of the wigwam. Nenabooozhoo said to Okomi's son, "I'm going to go anyway." Nenabooozhoo wondered how he might get across the sea to get Ishkode. Then he had an idea. What do you think Nenabooozhoo is going to do? Take a couple seconds to think about what he is going to do, and then raise your hand. You can pause the video. Remember, we're trying to figure out what Nenabooozhoo is going to do to get across the lake. All right? Okay. We left off when Nenabooozhoo was trying to get across the lake to get Ishkode. Ishkode. Here's what he decided to do. "I wish for the sea to freeze up as thick as the birch bark roof on our wigwam." And it happened. He then thought he might change how he looks so the old man and his daughters would not recognize him. "I want to turn into a Wejibwemojig." And he did.
Then he started his journey across the ice, and he did not fall through. He knew where the old man and his daughters lived. When he arrived at the place where they went to get their water, he thought, "I hope one of the old man's daughters come to get water soon." He waited and waited. And as he waited, he rolled around in the water and he got very wet. "I hope she notices me," he said. After a while, he saw her walking his way. When she arrived, she scooped up some water and she saw Wejibwemojig, Nenaboozhoo there. She grabbed him. She wrung him out and took him home, carrying him along as she went. Then she got home to her wigwam, and the old man was sitting there. He was so busy with his nets, he didn't even notice her with Nenaboozhoo.
"Look here," she whispered secretly. "Oh, oops, look here." She whispered secretly to her older sister so her father wouldn't hear. "Look what I found. A Wejibwemojig. It is so cute." "Older sister, I hope you think Wejibwemojig is cute too." The old sister whispered back, "Dad is going to scold us if he finds out what you did." What do you think Dad's going to do, or what's going to happen? Let's pause the video, and if students have ideas, they can raise their hand. All right. So the younger sister then put Nenabooozhoo by the Ishkode to dry off his fur. The woman laughed about how cute the Wejibwemojig was. Then her father looked up and discovered what they were doing. "You are too loud," he said. "I heard you." "Look here," they said to him. "Oh, look here," they said to him. Look, it's a Wejibwemojigs. Be careful, he said to them. The Wejibwemojigs may not be a Wejibwemojigs at all. It could be a spirit like that tricky Nenaboozhoo. Put him back where you found him. You were foolish to take him.
The younger daughter said, I just think the Wejibwemojig is so cute. The father said to the daughter, the Wejibwemojig may be a spirit. Listen to me. I am old and I know what I'm talking about. The younger daughter kept drying the Wejibwemojig, Nenabooozhoo, by the Ishkode. Meantime, Nenabooozhoo, he was thinking to himself, I must be dry by now, he thought. The women, they laughed. He was just so cute. Nenabooozhoo, he thought, I wish for a spark from the Ishkode to land on me. And sure enough, a spark flew over and landed right on Nenabooozhoo. Wejibwemojig.
His fur caught on Ishkode. And he pulled himself away from the young daughter and ran away. The two daughters said, look, he's running outside on Ishkode. You should have listened to me, said the old man. Then he jumped to his feet and he ran to his canoe so he could catch Nenabooozhoo. He threw his canoe in the water, but it was ice instead.
All the three could do was watch Nenabooozhoo run far out into the distance on the lake. Nenabooozhoo gave off a blue flame light from the Ishkode on his fur. The three soon lost sight of him. They couldn't see him any longer. They were unable to do anything. Nenabooozhoo ran until he came within sight of his home. He called to, oh, come son, get the Ishkode off me. I'm burning. Oh, come son shook the Ishkode off of him, and that is how they came to get Ishkode. Then Nenabooozhoo said, his body, brown and black with soot from the Ishkode, and this is how Wejibwemojigs will look in the summer.
Yay, pretty darn good.
Awesome.
All right, we got some questions for you, class. We're going to see how well you comprehended the story. Can you tell me, where did Nenabooozhoo grow up? How about this question, number 2?
How did Nenabooozhoo get across the lake? Do you remember? Just think about that.
Here's another question.
Okay.
What did Nenabooozhoo do to get into the old man's wigwam?
And another question is, how did Nenabooozhoo get the fire?
If you were Nenabooozhoo, how would you get fire? Now you can have your teacher help you draw pictures of the story, and you can hang it up in your classroom and bulletin boards. You might even want to make some masks, and you could do the play. You could do puppets or have a lot of fun with this story. We hope you enjoy these Nenabooozhoo stories coming at you. Remember, only tell them when there's snow on the ground. Miigwech.
Ikawabaman minawa.
Ayangwamazin.